Hey class, good morning. It's almost noon where I am, but wanted to send a short little video announcement to you guys. First of all, I understand that many of you may be a little, I don't know, blown away perhaps by the quiz and your score. But after you've taken the first quiz, it gets a little bit easier to anticipate exactly what's going to happen on the next few quizzes, and certainly and maybe even now have a better idea of how you can study for the quizzes. So just continue to study hard. You can make up ground on the next three quizzes. That will be very, very important. Also, as I sent an email just a few minutes ago, that the DB2 discussion board is graded. I can see that some of you are really trying to show a lot of improvement. That's great. Really want to make sure that you continue to use some critical thinking in terms of how you reply to other students. Really just looking at how can the student maybe do a better job answering a question, which parts of the question maybe they could have been a little clear on, or things like that. But make sure that the dialogue and the interaction is with what the student posts, but also with the readings in the material in the textbook, or any other outside sources that you want to use. And please don't forget that we want to use 2 citations for the replies, each reply, and 5 citations for the posts themselves. So make sure you fulfill those requirements. Some of the students, some of you guys are missing out on some credit just simply because you're not replying with the proper amount of citations. So make sure you do that. Posts are looking good, not bad at all. Just want to make sure to reiterate to you guys how important it is that you be as thorough as possible with all of the pertinent information that goes toward answering each part of the question that you choose and the second question that you choose. And so, for example, this week, again, you'll have 3 questions, of which you'll have to choose 2. And just make sure, for example, on the first question has to do with, the synoptic problem. What exactly are the synoptic gospels? In other words, which ones are they? That should be fairly simple, but what exactly is, the synoptic problem? And then go on to, explain the various components of that particular question. Really just stating clearly from the readings and any of the sources that you have. This is in your other book by Black on the synoptic problem will be very helpful, perhaps for this discussion board, but also obviously for the paper. And so make sure you answer each one of those parts of the questions for number 1 about the synoptic gospels. The second question really has to do with the various ways that we understand the relationships between the 3 Gospels, the Synoptic Gospels, and you'll be asked to define several terms. And they're basically different theories that people have posited for how the relationship between the 3 should be understood. Make sure that you explain each one of them significantly and sufficiently so that I understand that you know what they mean. They're in the book. So, they give an explanation there. Also, there'll be some content in the other textbook, the Black's book on the synoptic problem, that will maybe provide some further insight. So make sure you answer that. Also, the last part of that question is important. Which one do you think best explains the relationship between the 3? And so, and explain why you think so. And then the third question has to do with defining form criticism, source criticism, and redaction criticism. I'm going to give you a big time hint here because sometimes students find it difficult to really see where the material is in the textbook. And so if you look in your textbook on the bottom, really beginning in page 173 at the bottom, it begins to talk about the value of the study of the synoptic problem or the synoptic gospels, right on that page all the way through the top of 175. You'll see how it's described. Make sure you explain those terms really sufficiently and clearly. They're not really that difficult. the material will be there, but just think through really what they mean, and that will help you later on down the road, no doubt about it. Sorry, that was my computer. But listen, if I can help explain anything or give you some pointer, whatever the case might be, make sure you shoot me an email. If there's an emergency situation, feel free to call me if you need to. Again, I'm here to help you guys the best I can. So, keep improving, keep working hard. I would suggest that all of you, begin working on your discussion boards, not Thursday. Begin working on them really Tuesday or Wednesday, so that you don't find yourself, up against the wall on Thursday evening trying to get them posted on time. Stuff happens. Computers fail. Internet connection may fail. We had storms last night that can perhaps cause a problem with your internet. And so if you're working ahead of time to kind of formulate those discussion board posts, you won't be in such a crisis if something happens, mid evening, or 9 o'clock at night on Thursday, or even later than that. So just think ahead a little bit so that you don't find yourself panicking. Anyway, again, if there's anything I can do to help you guys, I'm here to do that. Please, please, please heed this instruction. Start doing the research for your paper. I know that it seems far off, but I'm gonna tell you, the rest of this term will fly by, and you do not want to be scrambling for sources and scrambling to write a paper of this length and as important it is to your grade. So work hard on that, okay? And guys, have a great week. God bless. Talk to you later. Bye.